Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Post Market Report, sponsored by Delta Data Exchange. Some important announcements. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I'm having a workshop in Chennai. And so far, I have never seen this kind of a very good response for Chennai workshop. The hall usually we take 50 people, and then on some special requests, if the demand is more, so we increase to 60. And this time, so from 50 we increase to 60, then 65, then 70, then 75. But 75 is the maximum we can accommodate. Otherwise, the hall will be uncomfortable for all the people. One of the reasons why the response has been very good, because I said, we're increasing the fees from 50,000 plus GST to 75,000 plus GST, because I did not raise the fees for a very, very long time. And because of that, many people wanted to attend. And then there is another 20 people who has been requesting us to accommodate, but it's not possible to accommodate. Moreover, I cannot conduct another workshop next week also, because after this workshop, I'm flying back to Dubai. So then we decided, okay, we will conduct one workshop in March, and the fees will be 75,000 plus GST. But those who are paying the fees right now, before the end of January, so we still keep the same old price, 50,000 plus GST. Right? So that, at least people who are very much interested now, so they can be accommodated. So I've already 20 people for Chennai and 15 people for Mumbai have paid for the March workshop. So if you are interested for the same price, I think better consider contacting our office and pay up the price before Jan 31st, so that we keep the same old price. And after that, the fees will be increased to 75,000 plus GST. This is a post-market video, not a workshop video. So let me stop the workshop promotion here. Coming back to the market. What a volatile day. If you can remember exactly what I said few days before, if the markets are volatile for first 3 weeks of the series, the last week of the series will be even more volatile. And look at the way markets are behaving. The falling is not an issue. If the market keeps falling, people will keep selling call option and they will make money. And in fact, 2 days before, in one of my accounts, I became bearish and I sold only the call options. And end of the day, I was in no profit, no loss. Even yesterday also, there was some minor loss. Today morning, I check also, there was some minor loss. But end of the day, there was a more than 30 lakh rupees profit. That's a 15 crore account. So why I'm saying this? Volatility. Look at the volatility, 25,500, then came to 25,000, again went to 25,475. Then intraday itself came to 25,200, then again shot up to 25,400. Again today came and broke and went very close to 25,000. But I told you, I'm expecting the Nifty to trade between 25,000 and 25,500. Between 25,000 and 25,500, market has been trading very, very violently. Some of the things are easier said than done. I say 25,000 to 25,500. What will happen to somebody who sold put option at 25,000 and call option at 25,500? When yesterday market shot up, the call MTM losses would have gone very high. And then, today equally crashing, put prices would have shot up. So it's easier for an expert to say, this is the range, but then trading based on that view is not really that easy. So that is number one. Number two, why all of a sudden when the entire global markets are looking good? Of course, in the late afternoon, European markets opened slightly lower, slightly only, not very big deal. US futures also turned slightly negative. But why the hell our market fall like this? So I was trying to search for the reason. I could not get any reason. And finally, there was one news. Actually, that news came about few days before, not today or not yesterday. Securities Exchange Commission, SEC, which is similar to SEBI in US. So they filed a case against Adani, and they were trying to issue a summon. But one country cannot issue the summon directly to an individual in another country, so they have to go through that government. So it looks like SEC has to issue the summon to Adani through Indian government. And you know what the Indian government will do? Adani is the Indian government, right? Then how can they issue, summon to themselves? So India was dodging, and now SEC got irritated. So actually, the news came about 2-3 days before that they were planning to approach the court to issue the summon directly to Adani, bypassing the Indian government. But that news came 2-3 days before, and everybody knows that one, but markets did not react. But today, it seems that, so they've actually filed the case in court, asking for permission to serve the summon to Adani directly. So probably that is the reason why Adani Enterprise fell 10%. Adani Green result came not good, I think, so fell 14%. Adani Port 7%. So today remains the 2022. 2022, when Hindenburg news came, so this is how the markets fell. But that time the fall was even more severe. But that time market was high. The Adani Enterprise was trading around 4,000 that time. But now it is already at half the price. Now from there, another 10% falling. So it's really very, very bad. And at this point of time, I must tell you something very interesting. Adani is actually raising money through debentures, non-convertible debentures. I was just telling my friend, so anybody who issued the debenture, a non-convertible debenture, the maturity will be usually 1 year or 2 year or 3 year or 4 year or 5 year. No, it will be a round figure. Now, Adani issued NCDs, I think, from 2 different companies. The maturity is not 3 year, maturity is not 4 year. So it is 3 year, 4 months. What is so special about 3 year and 4 months? The maturity is on May 12th, 2029. Why? Because, they are assuring you that before this government ends, maybe next election also BJP can win, who knows. But in case if opposition wins, the Adani will be in trouble. So therefore he is reassuring the retail people, so don't worry, before this government term finishes, I will return your money. So that is why they keep maturity as 3 year and 4 months, right? So, when I asked my friend, why not 3 year or 1 or 4 years, so he could not answer. So then I gave the answer. So this is the answer. But our markets are extremely oversold. Look at the put call ratio is below 0.6. But you remember few days before I told you, I'm expecting something really very good in the budget. Now there is another reason for a good budget. And because the Adani stocks are falling, that is affecting the overall sentiment in the market also. Overall sentiment is also at a very, very low level. Overall market is also falling. And then rupee is also hitting an all-time low, 91.95. Now, after this Adani news, there's a more reason for finance minister to do desperately do something good for the stock market to revive the sentiment. One of my friends who is a specialist in mid-cap and small-cap stocks, and he told me, sir, markets are falling without any volume. Of course, when the sentiment is very bad, nobody wants to buy. Even somebody wants to sell some small amount also, there are no buyers, so the markets will fall. So that is the nature of the market, right? So mid caps and small caps are bleeding even at this low level. And today, mid cap has fallen 2%, small cap fallen 2%, next 50 fallen 2%. Real estate index, I think for the last consecutive trading session, I think about 12 trading session, real estate index continuously falling. And in this last 12 trading session, real estate index has fallen 17%. Just imagine an index falling 17% in a matter of less than 1 month. Another 3% fall, it will be going into bear territory. So just 1 month, all the magic. I pity the people who invested in real estate stocks, but I don't invest in real estate stocks. And you remember I said, I'm so bullish about the budget. So I'm expecting a significant uptrend after the budget. So by expecting this, I bought the call option, 26,000 call option. I think that time Nifty was trading 25,700 or 800. I bought the 26,000 call option, sold 26,500 call option. Bought 26 for 200 rupees, 26,500 sold for 50 rupees. I had to pay 150 rupees from my pocket. But being an option seller, the first question comes to my mind, what if my view goes wrong? How much I'm going to lose? If my view goes wrong, market continue to fall, then both the options will go to zero. I will lose 150 rupees. That's a very big money. So what I did, current monthly option, 25,900 call I sold. Double the quantity, 50 rupees each. That's about 100 rupees. So as long as I'm not losing money in the current series, as long as Nifty is not crossing 25,900, that's because I'm bearish before budget and I'm bullish on the day of the budget. So if this 25,900 call goes to zero, I get 100 rupees. That means my cost will be only about 50 rupees. And that's a risk worth taking. And in case market shoots up, I can get 500 rupees profit. So the risk reward will be 1:10. Then what happened after that? Market fell. So I continued to sell some extra call options in the current series. At some point of time, I closed everything. Right. And then what happened? Only today morning, again I took the same bullish view. I bought 25,500 call option, sold 26,000 call option on February 3 expiry. That will be after the budget. But then same story, buy 200 rupees, sell 50 rupees. But then how to pay 150 rupees from my pocket? For the current month, that is Tuesday expiry, I sold double the quantity of 25,500 call. Until then, market was good. Then only market started falling. So I really don't know what to do. I continued to sell some extra calls in the current week. And then at some point of time, I was in some minor profit. I exited everything. So I've taken a bullish view, bought 26,000. It did not work out. Again, today morning, I became bullish, bought 25,500 call, again gone. So then I don't want to take any chance now. Now I want to take chance only on next Tuesday. Right. But the thing is, next Tuesday, it's going to be difficult because now if I do, I can buy for February 3. I can sell for current series to gain some premium. But Tuesday, that cannot be done. But what I will do, on Tuesday, what I'm planning, if the market opens flat, I'm planning to buy 25,000 call. Or wherever it opens, at the money call. Then sell the call 500 point away. Story will be the same. It will be 200 rupees. There will be 50 rupees. So 150 rupees I have to pay from my pocket. But that money I will try to collect by selling Sensex call option. Because the Sensex will expire before the budget. So, I really don't know how the option buyers they do. Whenever I buy option, always my view goes wrong and always I lose money. But because of the selling of options, I managed to wipe out that losses. I came out with no loss, no profit or minor profit. But pure option buyers, it's very difficult. So coming back to the overall market, right? So today I really don't know why Reliance has fallen. And look at the top two stocks in India. Number one stock is HDFC Bank. It has fallen 9% in January. And then second top stock is Reliance Industries. I think that has fallen about 12-13% in the month of January. And 9%, 12% fall, number one, number two stocks. Right? How to survive this game? Very, very difficult. One of the accounts, I had about 15 CR capital. I only sold call options. That was day before yesterday, I think, because when the market was crashing. Then what happened? The same day market recovered. It's okay. I did not make profit, but I did not lose also. It was like more or less no loss, no profit. Then again, yesterday also the market recovered. There was some good MTM loss, but I held on to it. End of the day, market again came down. It was again more or less no loss, no profit. Today morning I checked, it was more or less no loss, no profit. But the end of the day, there's a 34 lakh rupees profit and a 15 crore capital. So sometimes markets, you just can't take a view. You take a bearish view, market doesn't fall straight line. It reverses. And that too, it reverses 500 point. And then after that, fall 500 point. So this is how, trading becomes very, very difficult. So look at the put call ratio. It's below 0.6. Yeah. So nutshell, 25,000 to 25,500 is still holding. And but no, some things are easier said than done. If anybody has sold 25,000 put and 25,500 call option, by listening to me that 25,000 to 25,500 is the range. Yesterday, Nifty went very close to 25,500. Your call option MTM loss would have been much bigger. Then today, crashing down to 25,000, put option MTM would have shot up. So, having a view is different. Taking a position based on that view is different. And then holding onto that position with a conviction is different. So, simply speaking, making money is not easy in stock market. But we teach a way where you can make some money, not a fantastic money, but you will get a decent return. That too subject to market risk, but some safe way compared to volatility. Right? So that's what we teach in our workshops. And also, it always makes sense to have some buy options in your portfolio in case markets move violently. So that should save your portfolio. And again, I'm coming back to promoting my workshop. So right now the markets are bearish, and I'm still hoping that Nifty will not close below 25,000 on Tuesday. Monday is a public holiday. So we have to keep watching how the global markets are going, how the GIFT Nifty, but sometimes GIFT Nifty also not trading during holidays. I don't know, some holidays it is trading, some holidays not trading. I don't know. But when SGX Nifty was there, it always trade. As long as the Singapore market is open, it used to trade. But the GIFT Nifty is not trading from Singapore, it's trading from India only. So most probably it may not trade, but then we can judge by looking at the global cues. So we will see on Tuesday morning what is going to happen. But it is time to enjoy the weekend. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.